Today we'll be talking to Aaron Hendren about exercise and why it's important. Why is it important to stay active?
I think it's very important for your body to be as active as possible, especially as you're younger. I believe that as you get older, your metabolism naturally slows down, that your muscles will start to get weaker, and eventually they'll start seizing, and you start losing mobility. And then in the end, that would create a lot of problems as you continue to get older.
How much should the average person exercise?
I believe the average person should exercise maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day. The idea of exercise is to really burn calories to keep people fit. People today tend to gain weight. In order to lose weight, they need to burn more calories. And if you start thinking about how much time you need to spend, you're going to make it too complicated, you're not going to be successful. You're just going to stop. And that's what most people do. They give up. So really just going for a walk, 20, 30 minutes, that's all you need. There's a lot of different things you can do. Just work out at home or go to the park. You really want to keep it simple. The way I look at things, there are 3 reasons why people aren't successful in their exercise program. The very first one is cost. It costs money, to join a gym or to buy an exercise piece of equipment. The other one is time. A lot of times they feel that they don't have the time to go to a gym, they want to exercise, because the mindset, most people thinking they have to exercise is 20, 30 minutes to an hour. And the third one is accountability.
So I know a lot of people think the solution to everything is just to exercise more. Is there such a thing as too much exercise?
That's actually a really good question, and I believe there is too much of a good thing. And yes, you can do too much exercise. I do a lot of different types of exercise, right? There's cardio that you can do running, and you can do walking. There's also weightlifting and other type of weight training programs. And if you think about it, the way I describe it to some of the clients that I work with, and why it's, you don't want to do too much, is this part of the healing process too. So if you think about, I like to use my finger for example. If you get cut right here in your finger, and that's pretty painful to get cut right in this joint. If you keep bending it, it never heals. Well, in order to grow muscle, you need to allow it to heal. The best time to do that is when you rest or when you sleep. If you keep exercising, the muscle never heals. So in reality, your muscles just continually get weaker. They never get stronger.
So what are some common exercise-related injuries?
There actually are quite a few injuries you can have from exercise. Probably the most common ones is your lower back, and that has a lot to do with just improper posture, not knowing how to hold themselves up, how to exercise properly. It depends on also the type of activity they do. It's very important to find the right type of shoes for your type of foot pattern, otherwise you're just going to get injured. And then you go into the gym, if you already are injured and you go and exercise and you have improper posture, you're just going to make it a lot worse. Rotator cuff, there's a lot of them, is because people overtrain in certain muscles. They don't think about symmetry, and they only focus, like guys is one of the worst, or you can say the best at this. They only want to work, they want a big chest or they want big arms. And so they do a lot of chest press. They'll give them a big chest, but what they're doing is they don't work their shoulders properly, so that it actually gets weaker. And then they'll go throw out, they'll play sports and then throw out the rotator. And rotator cuff is one of the most common also. So if you had to break it down to the most common, lower back, your knees, hips are important too, but then it's your rotator cuff.
Thank you for your time, Aaron. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of why exercise is important. For more information, you can go online or consult a local personal trainer.